Emily's Keeper by Rajendra Shepherd, performed by Kajana Lewis.
As I stand at this pulpit today for this celebration, at its heart is a trauma, not just for me, but for the whole country. Emily's absence is a loss for us all. As a brother, she was my everything. I feel it deep in my bones, tingling in every hair on my head, in every bead of sweat on my face. I know she's still alive. We were like two threads of a colored carpet. It looks orange to the world, but I was yellow and she was red. That is how we were, until that day. I feel sick to even speak of it, of when she went missing 3 years ago. As I stand here, I wonder, should we even be here? When the facts are still so sketchy, we don't know the truth. The case of my missing sister remains open, unsolved. Nothing was concluded, and yet others have given up. But not me. Not me. We all know the Caribbean can be a difficult place. We see it every day in our newspapers, not because of what they write, but because of what they're forced to write. It's sick. But this, today, is what the church says is best, what the counselor says best. This is what the school says is best. I know there are teachers and classmates here. There are girls Emily played pan with, boys she kissed. Yeah, I know who you are. Reverend Bartholomew, good morning. Media and TV people, the world is watching. It's why I agreed to today, to look you all in the eye, to see if there's anything I missed when Emily said she was going to Lyme. I want to see who here doesn't belong. Who? Is there a face I don't recognize? Someone who has come out of remorse or with knowing in his eyes? Reveal yourself. She was 13 years old. How dare you? Take her. Keep her. What could you want from her? Oh, don't believe I haven't thought about this. If that was your intention, you would have quickly discovered what only a handful of doctors and me and my mom knew. That kind of interaction wasn't possible. Isn't possible. And if it wasn't for sex, then why take her? Why take a child whose gender and identity would need to be constructed over years, manipulated with hormones and treatments? Or at that point, did you not know? So here we are, celebrating the achievements of a life cut short. But we have no answers as to what happened. We are told to presume the road has come to a dead end. I will not agree. Not me. The police checked with the classmates. We checked hospitals, airports, the ports. Communities banded together and the country scoured beaches and mountains, the rivers and country villages. Trinidad and Tobago walked every step with me. Not a scrap turned up. The police reward was unclaimed. The leads ran dry. Now I believe someone here owes the key. There will be no other time after this when we all will be gathered. Friends, family, media, the church, police, the perpetrator. When the happenings of my sister's life can be considered so publicly, having announced this celebration of life in the media and sent invitations to schools and in the communities across Trinidad and Tobago, with a story that today we will tell all about Emily, I know you couldn't resist. Right now you're shifting in your seat. This is the first clue that will separate you from the crowd. You're probably under 30 and over 18. She wouldn't have trusted someone older. And children our own age didn't understand her maturity. She trusted women even less than she trusted men, because it was a group she felt excluded from, rightly or wrongly. She knew she looked like a girl, but her body told her otherwise. You're probably a bright man. Emily loved someone who could talk. We would read the newspapers every day, and books I had long forgotten. She trusted you, so I'm sure you have a gentle face. And don't think to leave now. There are police at every exit, and if you stand up or try to run, you'll have made yourself the center of attention. So before you're plucked from this crowd, you should consider your mitigating circumstances. For this will help you in court. Did something happen by mistake? There's leniency for this, you know. Perhaps you started making sexual advances and she got scared. Maybe you got rough or hit her, ended up damaging her. She was delicate and the hormones made her bones fragile. You might get some forgiveness for a tussle gone bad, but where you fell down, where you must accept liability, is that for 3 years you kept this wound covered. Over time it has festered and ulcerated, boring a hole deep in the skin that is now sour and frayed. There is no recovery from this. None. You will be brutalized by police. You must know Royal Jail has a special wing for those who abuse children. Lawyers will brand you as a pedophile, and the media will scrape over your sexual history in minute detail, like Karen Crow. Maybe in your mind, this was love. But do not think love can be your defense. Crimes of passion require some history, and I know Emily can't have known you that long. Could she? Now, I'm watching your eyes to see where you're looking as you think about this fact. When did you meet? Who saw you together? Did they know the extent of your relationship? See, I've been studying this. These last 3 years, the minute movements of your eyes are going to give you away. The nervous twitches of your mouth, even as you try to squirm your way around the police interrogation, your unforgiving body will tell all. So do this. Shut your eyes now. No! You disgusting creep! And as you get nervous at having been commanded to shut your eyes, you'll wonder if not to comply. And as you do this, your nervousness will make your mouth dry. And all now you wonder if to reach for that bottle of water. Your guilt will be in every move you make. You do realize we already know who you are, don't you? Sitting there in your freshly pressed shirt and dress pants. You bought them especially for this. Didn't you? When they search your house, they'll find all the clothes you bought for Emily that she refused to wear. You will have tried to make her feel pretty. Pretty in clothes that she didn't understand, didn't want. When you discovered Emily wasn't who you thought, what did you do? Tell me. Tell us. Stand up. Reveal yourself. Satan! You disgusting black blood. Your last hope could be the common man's plea. Momentary insanity. It's my favorite on CSI, Law and Order, and Criminal Minds. On the TV shows, you're attended by a nice-looking doctor in a pristine white lab coat. The experts evaluate your claims and the lawyer builds a wonderful legal defense while you sit at home scratching. But this isn't TV. In Trinidad and Tobago, you'll be committed to St. Anne's. You may have heard stories of this mental hospital. Patients can be very unpredictable there. They have access to medicine and needles. And well, I hope I'm not shocking you. I doubt St. Anne's is a place any sane person would seek out. And as I look around, I have identified you. I'm going to give you a chance to be discreet and turn yourself in. In this last moment of panic, do you think you can run from this? Huh? If you do not go voluntarily, communities across this country will forever speak your name with contempt and malice. If you run, you may very well only get as far as the edge of the woodland or an abandoned house before an angry mob tackles you. That is no way to go, my brother. So be good to yourself. Give us Emily back so that she may continue to bring people together. Should she be dead, telling us that will lighten the burden on your little beating heart. Reverend, friends, Emily's classmates, Trinidad and Tobago, thank you for indulging me. As a brother, I want Emily to rest in peace, in whatever way that can occur. If it is the last thing I think before I go to my grave, I want you to rest in peace too.
In a dramatic turn of events, missing girl Emily Sylvester was last night arrested by police during a live broadcast of her funeral. But Emily is now calling herself Elijah, having spent the last 3 years living as a boy.
The tense 10-minute discourse scrutinized the congregation in the hopes that the perpetrator would reveal himself.
The congregation became violent when police tried to arrest the boy. Elijah Sylvester now faces up to 21 charges, including wasting police time.
This turn of events brings to a close an island-wide hunt and 3-year drama that has captivated a nation searching for a missing girl known simply as Emily.
Recording and production by Arian Stafford.